gentlemen, I got a a letter in the mail about them suspending my driver's license. Now, let me take you back to 2019. I was married. I was out of a job, could not pay for insurance, but I live in a rural area to where you have to drive to work. My then wife at the time was petrified of driving. She had a driver's license, but it wasn't for this state. And I was driving illegally. I will say that illegally. To go pick her up from work right after I was offered a job where she worked. So myself and my roommate both got a job up there. So we go to pick her up at work. It had been raining the night before, and the roads were almost flooded because we live in a we lived in a farming, a mostly farming area, very rural. So the water collected on the roads, and a woman was parked. I saw parking lights in the middle of the road on her phone, and I tried to stop and I hydroplaned into her. Now, I again did not have insurance because I could not afford insurance at the time because there was only one person working and we had to pay bills and eat. But I'm not trying to say what I did was justified because I should have had insurance, yes. I should have. However, when somebody is parked in the middle of the road, parked, there was parking lights, and you hydroplane into them trying to stop, and then when it was my very first wreck, and I totaled my car, and I barely did any damages to her car. I destroyed some sensors, the backup sensors in her vehicle. Can't tell you what it was, but I had my wreck. That was a mistake on my part. I should have been paying more attention to the road, and I accept that fact. However, when it came time for me to go to court because of the wreck, the other person was not there for the wreck. And the judge told me that he wanted to make an example out of me. So he revoked my driver's license, put me in more of a hole. Now I have to have an SR22 for 5 years, hold that for 5 years, or I have to pay, as this letter states, $65,000 in order to wipe this slate clean. I have to turn in my driver's license, and I have to turn in my vehicle registration, which I don't have, because all of my vehicles either got sold or they are sitting in a junkyard somewhere because they were destroyed because of a wreck, i.e., that car. So, tell me how somebody whose body really can't work anymore is supposed to pay $65,000 in order to get their driver's license back so they really can work. I need my license to drive to work. I need my license to drive to go get groceries. I need my license to do simple things that anybody in this world needs to do. The reason why I say I need my license is because there is no public transportation where I live. There's not. So, tell me how that's fair. Look at me in the eyes and tell me you because of a mistake you made in the past, you will never be able to drive again. This isn't drunk driving. I wasn't under the influence. I hydroplaned into the back of a car because of Tennessee's automatic at fault rear ending law. I lost my license and I could probably never get it back. Tell me how that's fair. Tell me, state of Tennessee. Tell me, Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security. Tell me how that's fair. I'll leave you with that.